December 9th, 2025, regular school board meeting. Are you live, Ms. Reynolds? Have y'all got it? Thank you. Before we start, I just want to make an announcement. Mr. Mills, who is not here tonight, but he is here remotely. He is on the phone with us. So I just need y'all to know that he is listening in on the telephone and watching the live stream. Okay. I need a roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Present.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Present.
Mr. Mills.
Here.
Mr. Moon. Mr. Shields.
Here.
Mr. Dahl.
Here. If you give us just a minute, we got some closed item stuff to take care of before we move into the regular meeting. Do I have a motion to reconvene from closed and certify and related action items from closed?
Move. So move.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
You there? Mr. Mills?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Doss.
Yes. Motion from closed.
Motion to dismiss a classified staff member as discussed.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call. Can you hear us, Kevin?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
Yes.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Dahl.
Yes.
Motion to approve personnel changes for December the 9th, 2025 as presented and discussed.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
Yes.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Doss.
Yes. That it? Okay, that's all the closed action items. I do want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I know we coming into the holiday season. Almost had a white Christmas, right? But we might still for it's over. But I do appreciate everybody being here tonight, and if you're at home watching, I appreciate y'all too. Do we have any items to add to the agenda, Mr. Mayhew? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as is? So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
Yes.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Doss.
Yes. Consent agenda?
So move.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
Yes.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Doss.
Yes. Dr. Ornell, do you know if you have any new employees here tonight?
Chairman Doss, that's always a really good question.
I know.
In the audience, do we have any new to Pennsylvania County employees with us tonight?
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for asking.
Next is our public input for a 26-27 budget proposal. You want to get you got it. All right. Thank you, man. You want to read them out? We have how many? 6. So I'm going to get her to read the first name.
Emily Shellhorse.
I'm going to ask you, please, to try to keep it to 3 minutes or under. You don't mind? Emily Shellhorse. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Emily Shelvers, and I'm a sophomore at Chatham High School. I'm the current color guard captain of the Marching Cavaliers, and I also partake in the countywide Winter Guard program. I'm speaking today to request funding for 4 new band teacher positions at the middle schools in our county. I believe that these 4 new positions are necessary because some high school students do not have ability in their schedule for the last block band class. Having 1 teacher per school is beneficial for the students. With more directors, there can be more variation in music education, and the band program in our county is growing. At the high schools in our county, band classes only offered 1 block. With band being offered in the last block, some students do not have the opportunity to take such an important class because we are taking other classes that go toward an advanced diploma. Due to scheduling conflicts, students are often forced to choose between achieving an advanced diploma and taking band. This impossible choice is faced due to band teachers being shared between the middle and high schools. If there is a band director full-time at the high schools, band can be offered more often than just one block a day, preventing students from being forced to choose between band and advanced diploma. When there is one devoted band teacher at each school, the students are benefited in multiple ways. With there being one band teacher per school, there is more opportunity for students to widen their knowledge in music. If there is a full-time band director at the middle school, the students there could have an hour and 30-minute class, rather than just the short 45-minute classes they currently have. With longer classes, the students will have more time to make music. If there was a full-time band director at the high school, there would be more opportunities throughout the day to take band. Right now, there is only one band block per day, meaning very few students can take band each semester. If there are more classes, then more students can take the band and the program can grow. With more band instructors, a wider variety of band classes can be taught at high school level. Currently, due to only having one band class a day at the high schools, only concert band is offered. If we had more band classes, students could experience a more varied musical education. Students can have the opportunity to take jazz band, music theory, and classes that specialize in specific instruments, such as woodwinds, brass, and percussion. Having more classes will allow our band students to become more educated in music. Since the 2022-2023 school year, the band program at Chatham Middle School has grown substantially. 4 years ago, there were only around 50 kids in the program. Now there are almost 100 students total enrolled in band class. With the middle school band program growing, the high school band numbers will increase. More students mean that more band classes will be in higher demand. If we have a full-time band director at the high school, students can be enrolled in band classes and the program can continue to grow. In conclusion, a full-time band director is needed at each middle school and high school in this county. These 4 new positions at the middle schools in our county are necessary because students will have more opportunities to take band classes. Students will be at a better advantage when there is one band director at each school, more diverse band classes can be offered, and our growing band program needs more directors. With these new positions, music can become a bigger part of students' lives, and I would greatly appreciate the school board to consider this request for the benefit of the students, directors, and programs in our county. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Who's next?
Last name Hatcher.
Good evening, Mr. Mayhew and members of the board, and thank you for your time. Hi, my name is Jackson Hatcher, and I'm a freshman at Chatham High School. I've been involved with the Pittsylvania County music programs for 4 years, particularly at Chatham High School. I've taken part in concert band, marching band, color guard, and the countywide winter guard program, and I'm coming here to speak on the prospect of adding 4 teaching positions to allow each county school to have 1 middle school band director and 1 for each high school. These positions would significantly aid in the development of young musicians in Pittsylvania County, as every middle school student currently only will have 1 45-minute class in band. This puts middle school musicians in our county at a disadvantage compared to other districts and schools within our state, as most enjoy over an hour of class time for middle school band classes. With a director exclusively for the middle school, each grade of band could enjoy an hour and 30 minutes of class time, allowing band directors to take much more time with each student as an individualized approach, instead of having to fit all class contents into a short period. Band directors could also still choose off their personal discretion if they would like to split their 6th grade period into 2 classes or not, due to 6th grade enrollment usually being very high. These positions would allow for a much more diverse range of music to be taught at high schools in Pittsylvania County. These classes could possibly consist of music theory, a class specifically for percussion students, advanced music, etc. This would help students further their musical focus in high school and may also help them if they choose to pursue music on a collegiate level. These separate positions would also allow for a lot more time for band directors to play in classes and take some weight off their shoulders, as currently the county directors have 2 45-minute planning periods, during one of which some of them are expected to travel to another school. These positions would give directors much more time to plan their various daily tasks and may or may not include daily classes, as well as after-school concert band, jazz band, marching band concerts, audition preparations with students, and rehearsals with the specific section or sections in preparation for concert assessment. An ideal schedule may look like this. for the middle school band director, first block would be 8th grade band, second block would be 1 or 2 6th grade band classes, third block would be 7th grade band, and fourth block would be planning. And during this block, the band director could pull students who are unable to take a band class during their school day due to scheduling conflicts and train with them. The high school band director would have first block would be co-teaching with an 8th grade band teacher in the middle school. Second block would be planning. Third block could be music theory, individualized percussion class, or an advanced music class. And fourth block would be concert band. You may notice that my suggestion for the high school band director schedule includes co-teaching with the middle school band director for the 8th grade band class. This would help with the problem that many programs encounter in this state, where turnover between middle school and high school band students is low due to them not knowing their high school band director. With the high school band director teaching the 8th grade class, this would greatly help with that problem. Overall, this change would vastly help the band programs, band students, and band directors in Pittsylvania County. It would allow middle school musicians to have much more of an individualized approach. It would also allow more diversity in music classes offered in Pittsylvania County high schools, increasing student knowledge and ability and helping with post-secondary music education. Finally, this would also take stress off of band directors' shoulders, giving them much more time to take a step back and focus on their classes they teach, allowing them to plan and teach those classes to the best of their abilities, and allowing them to put much more thought into after-school rehearsals. I would greatly appreciate it if the board would consider this proposition that many involved with, enrolled in, and those who support the Pittsylvania County bands are asking for, as well as those who teach, lead, and devote themselves to their band and their students are asking for. I encourage you to consider this and speak to the directors of your school about this, about any comments, concerns, questions, or suggestions you may have. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Next,
Joni Kizee.
Kazee. Oh, mama.
I know.
Hi.
I have a fan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting us come and approach you. And I think the students reflected greatly how having a middle school band director would work. My name is Joni Kazee. I'm a parent or a step parent of children who are at Tunstall Middle School and Tunstall High School who are both involved in the band, as well as an aunt to a student who is involved in Gretna High School's marching band. I'm also a graduate of Gretna High School and was in the band in 6th through 12th grade and loved it. And it made a great impact on my life. In my professional life and moving on, I've been a youth development professional for 22 years, advocating for kids all ages, specifically in middle school and high school, for people for those kids to have mentors who invest in their life so that they can have a successful future. There's tons of research on youth development. I did print off several handouts that I'll keep with you, and I'll give it to you, Mr. Mayhew, so you can share it with everyone. But in this, we've approached members of Congress, General Assembly members, year after year to try to make sure that budgets were robust for youth programs out of school time as well as in school time. And that is in nutrition, education, financial stability for parents, parent education programs, as well as after school care for kids ages 3 through 18. So when we look at the return on the investment, every dollar that's invested in a youth involved in any program, whether it's out of school or in school, returns about $9.80 into their future. And we can see that here, especially in our county, with many of our band directors who were students at one of the high schools. I know at Tunstall, our band director was a student at Tunstall High School and also participated in the band. And many of you may have been members of the marching band in your high schools, and now you are educators or people who are strongly supportive of education as members of the school board. So when we look at that in terms of the impact, the overall impact that these programs have on kids, it improves absenteeism. Kids who are coming and they look forward to band, they're not missing school unless it's snow or they're really sick. They go there to see their friends, and they really go there for their staff. The kids who return to the programs year after year are there because their staff cares about them. And we know, based on the Search Institute, they have research called 40 developmental assets. Those assets are internal and external. And we understand that mentors play a key role in developing those internal and external assets, specifically in the school climate. School climate, and I do have this printed off for you. The school climate, a caring school climate, as well as constructive use of time. Youth programs help develop that part of a young person's internal and external assets. most of their internal assets are built around the commitment to learning. So when we know that when they're in school in these programs, set my timer. When they're in school in these programs, they are achievement motivated, they're engaged in school, they're completing homework, and then they're bonded to their school through through their peers, through their teachers. And we understand that teachers have a great role in building that classroom climate too. Band directors, a lot of times, are the ones who champion youth and who are their safe people that they can go to when they have a problem. I also printed off a lot of some data from the After School Alliance on after school programs that may be out of reach for many. So I printed that off for you guys, as well as the Forum for Youth Investment. There's a dashboard for youth investment that states that the impact that we can do together to build a better future for our kids is almost like a blueprint for action. If we use big impact strategies like funding this position for a teacher to support middle school band programs, we are really improving and coordinating existing programs that we have, as well as aligning all of our policies that we have for youth and those resources to better engage our youth and families. And we, as band boosters and parents, will work with you to increase the public and private and corporate support for those programs like we do year after year. So I really appreciate, your time and your love for students, just like we have. So I'm going to leave this with you, if that's okay.
You're gonna have to go trade off because I think you're next.
He is.
Lenny,
All right. Can I just pass it?
So you're gonna have to go trade with him.
I'll try. Thank y'all.
I'll have to make a handoff here. You next, Lenny.
Oh, why am I going after my wife? We'll see how this
I
goes.
think you need to, but that's okay.
Mr. Mayhew, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and guests tonight, I want to thank y'all for letting me speak this evening. My name is Lenny Kazee, for those of you that don't know me. A lot of you see me or my company either working on things like the live stream system you have here or security cameras around the county, but I'm here to talk about something more important tonight. I'm here to talk as Layla, Luke, and Leo's dad, and in support of everything else that's been said before me as far as supporting additional middle school band directors. All that said, and my kids know this, and my wife very much does too, I've got a confession to make. I am a band nerd. I'm a big band nerd. And to give you some background on that, I was in the band at Gretna for 4 years. I had the ability to be in Mr. Bray's percussion ensemble at Huntsville High School for 4 years as well. I spent 15 years teaching percussion ensembles and marching bands in Virginia and North Carolina. And even if that isn't enough, I've been on the board of directors for a nationally known percussion ensemble for the last 10 years. So you might ask, what's the point? The point is, like, yeah, I am a band nerd, but through that, it gives me, I'd say, a special insight to what it is that our band directors do on a daily basis. In my early 20s, I picked up a gig teaching a marching band in a one-stoplight town, very much like Chatham and Gretna, Ledford High School, in a small town called Walberg, North Carolina. A little bit different socioeconomic conditions, close to the furniture market in High Point, a little more industry. I show up on the first day. There's a brand new tractor trailer. It's wrapped like a NASCAR hauler. It's got, pictures of the kids on it. It's got a brand new tractor. I want to say maybe it was donated by Old Dominion Truck Lines. The practice field is sod. There's lights on the practice field. There's new instruments everywhere. I'm just blown away by all of the capital resources the school system and the booster program have. All that said, later that day, band director introduces me to somebody, the middle school band director. And what I didn't know then in my early 20s is that was the secret weapon. That middle school band director and all the things that everybody before me has talked about, where they were able to team teach and the additional offerings that it gave to the students, it made a tremendous difference. And you don't have to go to North Carolina to see that. You can see the exact same impact in Henry County at Bassett and the way they're set up with the middle school directors that they have in Henry County as well. If there's anybody that knows the hours that our band directors put in, it's me. Because I've been right beside band directors in this county or in other counties for a long time. And they've done a tremendous job, especially in the last few years. I've seen a tremendous amount of growth since my daughter entered the band program at Tunstall, and it's just getting better. Just imagine what we could do if you could double that, and they had that additional support person at the middle school. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
James Shellhorse.
Good evening, school board members. I'll be brief as I've already spoke at the previous meeting requesting the funding that everyone else here tonight has asked for. I am new to school board meetings and the public forum in this budgetary process, but what I wanted to point out tonight is that I have witnessed 6 different people, including myself, comment on the budget, and all 6 have asked for the same thing. That's all I have for you tonight.
Thank you. Hello. And finally,
Brian James.
Lee.
Good evening, members of the school board. I appreciate your time. My name is Brian James. I'm a proud band parent of Dan River High School students and Dan River Middle School students. I'm here for the same support that everybody else is. Just splitting the roles of the high school and the middle school band directors. I'll just speak on just my personal experience over the last 8 years. Mr. Artis is the band director for Dan River Middle, has had my kids for 8 long years. Bless his heart. But he has given his all every day between 2 schools, between all the late nights, the weekends, the band trips, everything for 2 separate schools, switching back and forth every day. It does take a toll, but he gives his all 100% every day. Ultimately, I believe that this program would benefit the teachers because these band directors do have a tremendous workload. They are stretched thin. I know it is asking for capital from an already stretched thin budget, and anytime you're trying to invest something, you need to know what you're going to get back. While it's a great benefit to the teachers, it's a great benefit to the students. It would also be a benefit for the county. Ultimately, staff members do leave. It happens. By having somebody there to take up that role, it keeps the culture alive. It keeps the band growing, and you're not suffering a learning curve by bringing in somebody new. Also, it's going to help out by the only way for the band team and the band as a whole to grow is going to be from adding in that extra support. It's these teachers are already stretched thin. By giving them that extra support, giving them the extra help, it's going to allow them time to devote to the marching band, to concert band, to competition, and really grow the programs. Ultimately, I do think it will be a benefit to the county and something worth investing in. Thank you. I do appreciate your time.
Thank all of y'all for coming tonight. We know how important extracurricular activities are for students, whether it's band or whether it's something else. We know if you keep them engaged, they come to school. Well, I think everybody hit on all points. I want to ask y'all, you know where we get our funding, right? All of you. Please talk to your representatives in your districts from your board of supervisors. Truly, that's where our funding comes from. And if y'all can do that, maybe get some help. Y'all know it always comes down to funding, right? It drives the whole thing. But I do appreciate all of you coming tonight. I hope all of you have a nice holiday coming up. And students, I know y'all get enjoy it one more day. I see some students here now taking notes, I believe. What class are y'all from? I'm assuming you're from math. Yeah, he always saying. We're going to have to fuss at him sending y'all out here on this rough night, aren't we? Okay. Well, glad to have y'all here and make sure you get your report together, and we'll sign your papers for you, okay? All right, next is staff and committee reports. Does anybody have any,
You got
any questions?
so that's
Who's doing that?
That's Dr. Noel.
Dr. Rennell, you gonna do the first one, Dr. Rennell? I missed out.
We'll start in a second. Good evening, Chairman Doss, school board members, and Mr. Mayhew. I am here tonight to provide a brief update on the progress of our behavior support and implementation since the start of the school year. This has been embedded in our professional development efforts since August. Based upon feedback in the spring from principals on how to support teacher aides and paraprofessionals with behavior support, our goal was to build and use a stable foundation to increase instructional effectiveness in PCS. This in turn has evolved into using a framework for behavior that is based upon the why and how it is a form of communication. All behavior is communicating something such as a want, a need, or both. Therefore, our approach has been phased and strategic, using the knowledge of Dr. Chris Jones, professor of special education with over 3 decades of experience at Longwood University. PCS has partnered with Dr. Jones and his consulting resource, EPIC, to build a professional development. We started with teacher aides in August and November, and we have expanded to having them come and work in 6 of our schools. So we have a brief video to show you of some of our updates.
Since August, our schools have been doing incredible work bringing the EPIC framework to life. Here's a look at what's happening across Pennsylvania County. We started the year by strengthening the foundation, structure, routines, and predictability. Many teachers are creating calm, consistent environments where students feel ready to learn. In October, the focus shifted to teacher clarity and credibility. At Kentuck Elementary, Principal Christy Dawson and her team used outdated videos to make learning goals clear. As we moved into Tier 1, teachers began using collaborative discipline to understand why behaviors happen, not just react to them. Some classrooms are cold. Teachers respond based on function. At Gretna Middle, Principal Thomas Takis launched our side-by-side coaching model, where teachers and coaches work together in real time. At Gretna High, Principal Ferguson leads with openness. His team sets a high bar for effective practice and Tier 1 consistency. Principal Harvey coordinated the school problem-solving. Together, we analyzed behavior, found the function, and built a plan around success. Across the county, we're seeing teachers analyze behavior instead of guessing. We are moving from reaction to reflection. Principal Reese is moving forward in creating independent, effective teachers. He has a clear vision of where he wants his school to be. And let's give a big welcome to Principal Jessica Waller from Chatham Middle School for joining the group. Thanks to every principal and teacher who's leaned into this work.
So this video was created and shared by Dr. Chris Jones. We have seen wonderful and dedicated work happening at the school level with a big thanks to the commitment of our teachers and our principals. Division-wide, we are seeing a notable and a positive trend. As shown, our professional development, our professional practice is shifting from a cycle of simply guessing and reacting to one of deeper analysis and reflection regarding students' behavior. We are looking forward to continuing this partnership and planning to include Dr. Jones in our professional development on January 5th This is going to be open to all teachers who would like to sign up. We have previously done a training with our teacher aides in August as well as November. This one on January 5th is New Year, New Start, Chaos to Clarity in Classroom Behavior. So we just want to thank you for supporting this. Mr. Mayhew, thank you for your support. And we look forward to continuing to work with Dr. Jones supporting behavior in our classrooms. I'm here to answer any questions if you have them.
Any questions? Thank you, Dr. Rinella.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions on the 5 remaining bus reports?
One question, student-teacher ratios. Are our numbers in line with the state on student-teacher ratios? Also, back to some comments when we go through accreditation on the student-teacher ratio that we have.
We don't have it. We're in compliance with the state. That's where our accreditation comes from in terms of our high schools and so forth. Now, as far as SACs, we don't utilize SACs anymore. Accreditation, we just do by state accreditation.
Okay.
So, but there's no issues. There are, guidance on how large classes can be from kindergarten through 3rd grade and so forth. And then, of course, we 4th grade, they go off a little bit more than written English. But the instruction program is the same quality.
Then it normally comes down to a matter of funding of having
But anybody else? Report from you.
Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Dawes, board members. Good to have all of you here. It's a large town today. Mr. Tuart drives a hard bargain when you guys come out. And of course, I was a band student too, so I do know understanding that it's a good program, and we certainly hear that from all of you. I just have a few remarks. I know I'm probably standing between German meeting and a few more things, but I just want to always highlight some, I think, some exciting things that are going on in the building. This only gives a bonus here. I may have mentioned this before, but I do want to mention that. Okay. Our Dan River High School and Gretna High School and Tungsten High School had a DECA program and a competition at Dan River Church on November 6th. An excellent event. Got to spend some time with their students and their instructors. A lot of the experience that those students get through the DECA market program are just very top notch. They get to engage in interview skills and public speaking and just various other things. But a very nice event. The students presented themselves very well. Our gifting program prepared a program called Super Saturday on November 15th. Got several pictures and lots of smiling faces. Miss Petty was involved. That middle black thing right there is a planetarium. So many probably don't even know what that is. We used to have one right across the street. But one of our teachers climbed right in, and if you'll see, that's a picture of it right there. It's how large it is. But it was a planetarium, and it was a very nice event. And the students really enjoyed themselves. Kudos to Miss Patty and the instruction department doing a very nice job. Roswell conducted a science fair and different events that took place there, as you can see, and the students did a very nice job presenting the scientific method and so forth as they solve problems. And then, of course, there's more pictures of them when they celebrated things in November and Halloween and things like that took place since our last meeting. I do want to point out the VSBA convention was held recently. If you'll notice, I'll just mention right on the letter there, Mr. Don Moon. He received a 25-year award for being on the board for 25 consecutive years. Congratulations to you, Mr. Moon. That's a long time, and you've seen lots of things come and go on the board, but we recognized him. And I also want to recognize we have our school board. I didn't expect them to come, but they braved the potential icy weather. I guess it's icy roads, but they were also there. At least 3 of them came to the VSBA conference. Did a very nice representation. I just would probably say, did any of you have any comment about your experience there? Did you
I think we had a great time. We all really enjoyed it. Mr. and Mrs. Mayhew were great chaperones. We just enjoyed our time with them, whether we were in the lobby or eating out or during the actual conference itself. I think we really enjoyed our time.
I thought it was neat meeting the representatives from other parts of the state and seeing like how things were run in their counties. So,
okay.
I agree. Meeting other representatives.
Right, and it's neat. The model program we have with student representatives was actually a model for a lot of school systems. So we were really thankful that you guys could come. So it was good, and the board enjoyed interacting and spending time with you. Also, we had FFA at Tunstall High School was very involved at some regional state competitions, and then Chatham High School had Interact and Kindness events during November. Several STEM events that took place at Union Hall, Gretna Elementary School, and Stony Mill. So very busy with engagement of the gifted teachers, and the STEM teachers do a very nice job with that. Then we're leading into the holiday season very soon. There's Stony Mill right there, and you're leading into holiday season, coming in with a lot of Christmas programs that took place throughout. And this is only a glimpse of some. There are several more that are taking place throughout the school system and continue to. Fortunately, the weather does impact on them, and I know they're working to try to reschedule those as best they can. There's some more pictures for that. This is an event. I'd like to highlight this one right here. This was an excellent event, and these just pictures don't depict everything on there, but this was a Polar Express event that they did at the ODAC, Old Dominion Ag Center, and this was put on by Dr. Haymore and her preschool staff. I mean, if you've been to there and maybe seen the Holiday Bazaar, imagine that but with students involved. You had community partners from the Soil and Water Conservation, Extension Agency. Everyone was there. They might not have known what they were getting into, but they had all smiles, where those students, got a chance to just have an experience. These are preschool students. These are 3-year programs, specialty programs. Just a nice event. I think I saw Dr. Haymore dressed like an elf riding around, so forth. So, it was just a nice event. The kids really, really enjoyed it. I think the adults did too. They're probably tired afterwards, but it was just a nice event. I was really, really pleased with how it went, and I hope that you guys will have the energy to do that again, because it really did have an impact on the students. Then, of course, the pictures right there are from Chatham, the illumination lantern lighting. We had Chatham Elementary School and Chatham High School was represented there. Did a very nice job. And then recognition, just a couple things. I do want to just note Gretna High School football team for a great season, 10-2 for the regular season. Code Dogwood District champions and Region 2C runner-up. So very nice job, good job this year for a great season for Gretna High School. Also, other I don't have pictures of these, but I wanted to note Mr. Edward Sherlock. I don't have pictures, so it's okay. Mr. Edward Sherlock, he's a science teacher. He's at Gretna High School. He received, if you ever had ridden by Chatham Middle School, there used to be kind of like it looked almost like a trailer. Almost like it looks like a food truck kind of thing. It sat there for a long time. They kind of got derelict. Then they moved it at Tunstall High School. What that was a mobile observatory, and it just has gotten older, and it needed some refreshing. So Mr. Sherlock is very into science and astronomy and so forth. He actually got this, and this was put on by Mr. Ricky Parker when he used to be an assistant superintendent for information technology. He got the grant originally, and Mr. Sherlock has come back and has run with it. I mean, he's got in and inventoried everything. He's got plans to update this, made a list and so forth, and Mr. Bowles helped him with a DRF grant. And then we received the funds for that. So that will help revitalize that. So that will be a good community or something for the students so forth to be able to utilize that at Gretna High School. And they have plans to kind of get that back on the road. So we're really proud of him and his work on that. Also, Janella Bradley, she's a culinary arts instructor at PCTC. She received a $5,000 Rachel Ray Foundation Pro Start Grow grant. And Ms. Bradley is a working professional chef, and she's done a very nice job with that program, and that will certainly help the students there. And lastly, Ms. Melanie Chappell, STEM coordinator, who she secured Advanced Computer Science Education grant for almost $75,000. Miss Petty, so that will help our students. So I just say congratulations to all three for their hard work in securing grant funding to support our students. And lastly, I do want to just mention we had 3 high attendance days, and 1 has already passed. If you'll notice, this is very competitive amongst our elementary, middle, and high school, but your top winners were Kentucky Elementary School was first place, followed by Twin Springs and Gretna Ale. Middle school, Chatham Middle was first. Dan River and Gretna came in first, second, third. And then for high schools, your top was Tunstall High School on that high attendance day. And there are 3 days later, all those students got free ice cream that they'll choose and do that. And I believe high school students still do like ice cream, so we do give that to them if they do. And then, of course, we have 2 more days, December 19th and April the 3rd, that will take place. And the only other thing I would just comment is I think I just want to make sure I just make aware of this. Just want to, when we talk about inclement weather, I know we are off from school tomorrow. I would really have liked to have been in school tomorrow, but we have a big county. But I just want everyone to know, the public to hear this. We have to every system that we encounter is very different. And when it comes and when it's forecasted, it's weather, so it can do a lot of different things, as you well know. But just it's a very methodical process that we do to try to determine if we can have school. In some cases, earlier during last week, started on the road about 3 a.m. checking roads of nearly 1,000 square miles of this county to make the decision based on what the observation was and what the potential forecast was. And so that's why we were in school. In some case, we'll call 2 hours late to give us a little more time to make the decision, and that was the case on this past Friday. This past system on Monday, as you know, the timing was different. Everything is different. Every single situation is different. And then the storm and temperature warranted a decision to close schools the night before. And of course, today we still have ice-covered roads in the northern end because they've received so much more snow. So you may see that it's just nice and clear in the southern end, but it's a different story in the northern end. So I see some smiles from the students, but that's just the way it is. But we got to make that time up sometimes. So you got to realize that. But anyway, they're handled on a case-by-case basis. Weather change can be very unpredictable, and there are going to be times where we as a team work hard and may get it wrong. But our goal is to try to have school open, and we do so with consideration of the safety and well-being of our students, our staff, and our families. And so our ask is always for families and parents to be prepared with appropriate backup plans because it can change. So just keep that in mind because these are unpredictable, and we will do our best to make our decision and share that when we can, based on information we have. And other than that, just a reminder, this Christmas holiday break, December 22nd through the January 2nd, VSBA Capital Conference. I think those that are registered are still interested can do that. And I will just leave you to say a Merry Christmas to all our families, our students and staff, and hope each of you have a blessed time and get some rest during this special season. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayhew.
I got one question. It was appropriate. We heard the request tonight for different funding for band members. What do you contribute to growth in the band growth to at this time? I know when I was in the early 70s, we had about 83 people in the band at Gretna High School, and then it dwindled off and drifted down, and now it's moving back up. Is it just to block the scheduling and all, make it more of an opportunity for the students to participate, or is it just a natural curve that it cycles back around where people enjoy being involved with the band?
Well, I think it's a lot of different ways to look at that, but I will say probably I'll go back to my when I was in school. We were on a 6 or 7 period day, so there was a lot more opportunity. You were in school you had the same classes, so you could. There was a little more wiggle room in your schedule to be able to probably make some change, to make some fit your band in, and so forth. With the block schedule, block schedule is a wonderful thing in terms of students being able to have a first semester and then they have another semester. They can take actually an extra class in comparison. But at the same time, block is rigid. A block schedule is rigid. It can be rigid at times, and it makes it difficult. And students have to, what the students have mentioned, it does make them have to force to make decisions. But they have to make decisions on band. They also have to make decisions on other things too. It's not the only thing that they still can participate. It's just a matter of being able to be in the class sometimes can be difficult. As far as being able to be in the side, I do think block schedule did limit that number and so forth. But it seems to me what I have witnessed in terms of the band program, we have 4 very dedicated directors that work very hard. They work very hard to build their programs at the middle school. They also work very hard to build them at the high schools. And so I think that interest is there. I think the students feel that they feel the passion there and they want to be part of it. And I think that's why they've done well. I also want to contest with the instruction department. We have dedicated support from an actual person that works with fine arts. That you don't have that in all school systems. So I think helping them, giving them support, and the principals, I think helps.
Ms. Moon, I spend a lot of time in the schools, a lot of time in the after school games. No, I think it's the directors. I think if you go look at the current group of band directors we have, it's probably the best group we've had. And I could almost my time on the board. They've been very good band directors. And I think that's a big thing, don't y'all?
Yeah.
I really do. I think a lot of it's contributed to the directors.
I know when I was there, we had Calvin Swart.
We did. Paul Martin in the middle school, Calvin Swart in the high school.
And
that's a long time ago.
And Mr. Swart was probably one of the most dedicated band members that because if we went to, and I know I'm taking up some time, but this was if you went to a parade, you wore black shoes and white spats. If you went to a parade and showed up with brown shoes and white spats, his wife pulled out a bottle of black shoe polish out of her pocket and said,
You changed to black, didn't you?
You change. You polish them black. If it don't, you don't march.
I do think the directors have a huge impact.
The parents are supportive too.
They
That's
are.
big. The parents really, be on support that booster club, and that's where they got to get them there, and they help them. It's a good program.
And there's no unfinished business under new business. A building committee meeting is on Thursday, January the 8th. That's already been approved, correct? That's good. Okay. A procurement bid for an intercom replacement system. Mr. Hudson, where's that going?
Four schools, Mary, Gretna High School, Chatham High School, and Eaton Hall Elementary.
Have you got the bids in?
Yes, sir. You should have a copy of it.
Okay. It's in board docs. I didn't see it. Okay. I have a motion then to approve the procurement bid.
I'll make
it in front of you. Who got it?
So Gretna High and Mount Airy is River City, and Chatham High and Union Hall is IES.
Okay. Have a motion to approve those bids.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes.
Ms. Merrick.
Yes.
Mr. Mills.
Yes.
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
Yes.
Mr. Goff.
Yes. That's all we have. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope that you're safe and you enjoy it. I hope you get rested, students. But come back January ready to work, right?
No more
Y'all
snow.
have a
No
great
more
holiday.
snow.
Yeah, Mr. Mayhew's praying for no more snow.
No more snow.
Thank you.